What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Hope you guys are all having a great week so far. It's currently Wednesday, 12:10 in the afternoon right now. I think I'm going to get this video up immediately after I film this. Yet again, I am not on the best setup here. There's so many moving things going on with the house purchase, or the house that I'm purchasing that's closing in a couple weeks here. I will have an update video for you guys on that on Sunday, I believe. So you guys will get a big update on the house that I'm currently under contract on. And then I just don't have a whole lot of updates on the office either, but within the next month or so here, my setup will be a lot better. So I do apologize. I'm filming on I think the quality is like 720, so it's not the best, but I will have a new office update soon and the video quality will be a lot better. Today's video is just going to be a general real estate update video on the real estate market, and then I also want to talk about and break down my first rental property, the new cash flow on it, because there's a lot of updates that I've had since closing on my refinance. I'm going to be saving close to $200 a month on that, which goes directly towards my monthly cash flow. So I want to reveal some new numbers on that for you guys and kind of just like keep this video nice and casual. So as always, if you guys did enjoy the video or you did find it helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you guys did drop a like. It helps the channel out a lot. And then as always, if you guys have any video suggestions whatsoever, comment down below. I base all these videos on your guys' suggestions. Hopefully within the next week or so here, I'll do a stock market update. The last couple have been about the real estate market, so I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit. Maybe I'll throw in another credit card video here as well, which I want to talk about. I want to talk about that in this video too. It's bad news about the whole credit card situation, so we'll get into that in a little bit here. First thing I want to open up, I have 4 different tabs right here, so let's see. Let's open up the settlement. Let's actually talk about the overall real estate market right now. So here we go. Let's shrink myself right over here. So this is a screenshot that I took yesterday. This is actually the Arizona real estate market, so it's a little bit different than the overall real estate market as a whole in the United States, at least. So let's make sure you guys can see everything right here. So I pulled this screenshot from yesterday. It's basically a 2-year screenshot from March 2021, which we're obviously in right now when you guys are watching this video. It may be April already, but it's March 31st right now for me. And then we have the chart all the way to March of 2019. So this is 24 months worth of data right here. And basically I have active listings, I have new listings, I have sold listings, and these are the 3 little columns that I want you guys to look at here. So we're gonna go through this really briefly. It actually kind of blew me away with what we're looking at right here. So if you guys look at March 2019, if you guys follow my tracker right here, we're gonna look down here. So in March of 2019, we had 26,137 active listings. This data right here was collected on the 15th of every month. So to keep it more precise, on the March 15th of 2019, we had 26,137 active listings. And then we go over to here, sold listings. Same thing. On March 15th of 2019, we had 8,490 sold listings. So that's a pretty big gap right here. If you have 26,000 of active listings and you sold 8,400 of them, that's a pretty big gap. So now let's go and have a 2-year jump right here to this current month that we're in right now. Sorry, someone's calling me. If we go to March 15th of 2021, this was still collected on the 15th of every month. We now have 11,255 active listings. So we cut our active listings by over 50% right here. But we still kept our sold listings. We actually sold more listings with less than half the amount of inventory, guys. So we had 9,130 sold listings March 15th of 2021 right here. And then we had 8,490 in 2019. So that just shows there's a huge lack of supply, but it also shows that there is still a lot of demand, obviously even more demand now. And because we have such a lack of supply compared to 2019, that's why we're seeing a huge spike in real estate prices. I'm sure if you go and look at a chart on another MLS in another state, you guys are probably going to get pretty similar statistics. It might not be exactly like this, but you will see an appreciating statistic like this. And just this is exactly why the market is pushing up, because the supply is lower, but the demand is still high, shooting prices up because people are willing to pay more because there's a scarce amount of inventory. So that is the general market update for you guys right now. We're now going to talk about my actual Refinance. This was actually supposed to close like 3 days ago, but they've been so backed up on it. It's actually been a little bit frustrating because we're not even closing this month. We actually have to postpone the closing until April 1st, I believe. I'm signing the closing documents tomorrow. I'm going to quickly run through my settlement statement. I know you guys recently saw a settlement statement on here, but this is actually my specific one for my closing on my refinance. So basically the loan amount that I'm getting on my refinance right here is $172,500. That's what I am getting. That's why it's a credit. I know a lot of you guys asked me why my interest rate was 3% when I had to buy it down. Because you guys see right here, I had to buy down 1.43% of my loan to get that 3% interest rate. So I actually have to spend $2,482 to get that 3% interest rate. Unfortunately, this is going to sound really stupid. I opened up too many credit cards too fast at the end of 2020, which was about 4 or 5 months ago. I never had any intention to be purchasing a house or refinancing any of my properties. When I was opening up all these credit cards, I was like, there's no way I'm buying another house right now. I literally just closed on one 6 months ago. So I was like, I can open up my credit cards now, take a hit on my credit score from opening up new credit inquiries and new lines of credit. I knew I was going to take a hit on my credit score because I was like, you know what, let's take the hit now. And then like in a year from now, when I actually start to look at properties, then my credit score is going to be back up where it was. So unfortunately, my credit score dropped. I want to say like it was 55 points from opening up all these lines of credit, guys. I had a Chase one, 2 Chase ones. I had a Wells Fargo one. I had a Capital One as well. So I opened up 4 different credit cards within a span of 5 months, and that dinged my credit score a lot. So unfortunately, I'm actually 2 points off the threshold of having the best possible interest rate, and that's why I have to pay down my points. So it's extremely unfortunate because I don't plan on really refining again. So I'm just going to eat up this $2,400. If I didn't open up those credit cards and my credit was 2 points higher, I would have qualified for 3% with basically no points down. So it really does suck, but it just goes to show if you guys are planning on purchasing a house or anything that requires a higher credit, save or wait to open up these credit cards. And then when you're 100% sure you don't plan on buying anything within the next 6 months that requires a loan, that's when you can open up credit cards, get those sign-up bonuses, build your credit history that way. But for me, I didn't have any intention whatsoever to buy another property. So I actually got dinged on my refinance, and I'm actually getting dinged on my current property that I'm purchasing as well, which I'll explain in an entirely different video. I took a different approach. I actually am not buying down points on the property I'm purchasing in 2 weeks from now because I plan on refinancing in the next month or two anyways once my credit score is higher, but that's a whole different topic. So let's keep going on this before this video is 20 minutes long. Some loan charges right here. These are pretty standard. We have homeowners insurance, all that kind of stuff. You guys will get this on all your settlement statements. Now, if you guys look right here, title charges and escrow settlement charges, you guys can always shop around. You guys can always negotiate for these charges right here. I actually was able to knock off $200 on the escrow fee because I sent this title company, which is the one I actually like to use a lot. I sent them. Someone else is calling me now too. Oh my goodness. Because I sent them someone else's rate sheet and they were able to match it. So I saved $200 on that from just simply reaching out to a couple different escrow companies and being like, can you send me your rate sheets? I want to compare. I'm trying to negotiate this right now, this insurance charge. I believe I can knock it down a couple $100 as well, but that's still negotiable. And then all this right here, this is basically my payoff for my current loan. So the new loan is going to pay off this current loan. This is actually even lower. I believe I owe like $163,500 because the last time they updated this, I had 2 different monthly payments that I had paid in between when this was printed out, in between when I actually made my last payment. So this will be a little bit lower. I'm negotiating this right here as well. This service signing charge for a mobile notary. I am going to get this $200 waived. I plan on getting a couple $100 off of here. So this $123 that they're going to give me hopefully will be around like $400 to $500 right here. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm waiting to get the final settlement statement. So all this that I just talked about basically is saving me $140 a month on my rental property. Let's open up this now and we can talk about this a little bit more. So my current mortgage and principal, basically my current, like right here, this line right here is currently $1,005. So I'm saving right around $140 a month from refinancing on this property. I wanted to break down some numbers for you guys. So this is my first student rental. Okay, I got a bunch of people calling me. I gotta figure this out. Hey, what's up? Okay, sorry about that. I didn't know I can actually pause this video. That was one of my clients. We're closing on a property today, and we had to figure some things out. So this is the most updated room rentals. This is obviously my first student rental. This is my best cash flowing property. I always talk about this, but I freaking love this property. I bought it for $208,000. I don't even remember. $210,000 in 2019. It's now appreciated to around $275. It got appraised at $255, but I know I can sell it for a little higher right now because the market's freaking crazy. Room 1, I charge $438 a month. This is because she's on like a 1.5 year lease. I was like, yeah, I'll knock $12 off if you're gonna be here for a 1.5 years. I have one for $470, and then I have two ones that are $495 because they're the ones that have the bathroom connected. So in total, my rent is $1,898 for this property. And then a cool thing that I started doing today, actually, very, very cool thing I started doing today. I just realized this. So for those of you guys that don't know, I have bank accounts with Chase. I have my personal bank account with Wells Fargo, which I don't like Wells Fargo. That's just my personal opinion. I need to transfer everything over to Chase. They're just so much better with customer service and just an overall user face for the app and the website. Anyways, so I have my Wells Fargo personal checking account, and then I have 3 different bank accounts with Chase that are for each individual rental. It's just easier for me to track everything. So I basically, every time I'd get rent, I wouldn't mix it with my personal checking. Every time I'd get cash flow for one of my rental properties, I'd put it in that specific checking account with Chase. And my money's just been sitting there collecting like half a cent or whatever, 1 cent every month or whatever their interest payment is. I was like, I have this chunk of money right now that I don't really need to have it sitting in my Chase account right now. So I was like, you know what? BlockFi is paying 8.6% interest for having a USD stablecoin just sitting there. So what I did yesterday, you guys can look at this right now. Oh goodness, hold on one second. Okay, so what I did here is, you guys have seen this account before. I've been completely transparent with it. I had like $10,000 in here 2 weeks ago. What I did with this specific rental property is I just took $10,000 from that checking account because I don't really need that in there, and I transferred it immediately over to BlockFi. And what I did is I kept it all into USDC. If you guys can see this right here. USDC, like I said, is the stable coin to the US dollar. So it's a very conservative, safe way to leave your money somewhere because it's pegged to the US dollar. So it's not like Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever where it fluctuates a ton. I still do have the same amount of money in my BTC and my ETH over here, but I just added $10,000 to USDC. And now instead of it collecting a fraction of a percent every year, it's collecting 8.6% interest. And I have $10,000 from that specific rental account in this BlockFi right now. So what that is accumulating every single month for me is $76 a month just for leaving my 10 grand in there, which is really, really nice because like I said, I wasn't doing anything with that money anyways, and this is just a guaranteed another source of passive income, which, I mean, $76 a month for some people is a little bit, for some people it's a lot. For me, it's just another little passive income source. So in total, my total amount that comes into my bank account every single month for this property is $1974. We then go over here. My new principal and interest and taxes and insurance on this property after the refi is $867 a month, which I think is good. I don't plan on refining ever. I think I'm just gonna now I'm going to start paying down all my loans now that I have 4 properties that are going to have loans on it. I think I'm going to start paying these down slowly each and every year. I don't plan on having all these for 30 years. I'm either going to pay them down or sell them. So, and then we have $63 in utilities. I pay for water and trash. This is really consistent. The last 3 months, it's been right around $60 to $63. So it's pretty safe to say that this is a good average. And my total out, so what comes out of my bank account every month, or will come out of my bank account every month, is $930. That brings my total average monthly cash flow on this property to $1,044 a month. I came to this number by simply doing $1,974 minus $930, and that gives me the $1,044 a month. By the way, before I go into this, if you guys are interested in signing up for BlockFi, their interest rates are absolutely insane. You can get 8.6% on your US dollar. or you can get 6% on your BTC for simply just leaving it in BlockFi. I do have a referral code right here, so that will be linked down below. And basically, if you sign up and put $100 into this account, you don't even have to invest it anywhere. You can just leave it into this account. You get $10 free of BTC, and I get $10 free. So if you guys are interested in that, I love this app. I'm simply just using this app to leave my money in there and let it collect all this interest. So far, my total interest that's been paid to me is $79, which is great. But yeah, guys, so now I want to minimize all of this. I never really had any thought that any of my properties would cash flow this much anytime soon, but because of the rental market right now, I've been able to raise my rents quite a bit. Once this set of tenants actually move out within the next 6 months here, unless any of them want to stay, these tenants have been awesome to me. So if any of them want to stay, I will most likely just keep their rent for another year, however long they want to stay, just because it's been very streamlined and very stress-free. So I'd rather keep rents the same and leave these tenants in there. But if whoever moves out, I'm probably going to bump up rent another $5 to $10 a room again. It's still more affordable than the dorm rooms, and a lot of people prefer to live off campus actually right now. So I do plan on getting a little bit more cash flow within the next year here. Obviously, every time I do that, I will keep you guys updated. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible on this. And it just goes to show, guys, like, I'm not only getting this cash flow from my rentals from BlockFi Interest, but I'm also getting appreciation on this property, and they're paying down my mortgage as well. So if you guys are interested in purchasing a rental property and it happens to be in Arizona, I am a licensed real estate agent. I'd love to work with you guys on that. We're closing on a property today for one of my investment clients, and we closed on a property yesterday for one of my investment clients. So it's been a great couple months so far for not only myself, but for my clients that are able to lock up these properties in a market like this. It's super exciting for them. I'm happy for them. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video. It really does help the channel out. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, shoot me an email. You guys can follow my social medias down below. I post on my Instagram every single day on my stories, so you guys can stay way more up to date on there. And yeah,